Right? Start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rokah. I say double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that surely rule well, and salutation to the brothers that pushing this work out in sincerity and in truth. Right, there is brothers from the general camp come to do another event, hopefully edifying to the elect. Right, we'll start with 2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 28. It says, "For the sword of the one shall devour the other, but at the last shall he fall through the sword himself." Right? And we know this sword was basically Esau's gift, so to speak. Esau was a gift. Right? So just the sword will one will kill the other with his sword, and at the very last, he himself will fall by the sword. Right? Give me Matthew 12 and 25.
Alright, this is Matthew 12 and 25. It says, "And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation."
Yeah, and that's how this kingdom going to bring to desolation. Scripture says Satan fight against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? Right? So after this so-called devil, right? After Esau has created his perfection in his soul, it's basically it's to destroy his own self. Yeah. Because basically he set himself up as a God. Read over that scripture again, Matthew 12.
Matthew 12 verse 25. "And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation."
Yeah, that's part of the play. Yahushua knew their thoughts. Right? The scripture says in the book, I think is Revelation 17:17. The beast basically will not give most likely not put in the hand to them to give the power unto the beast. Right? Yeah, the most likely basically tripping up again and the scripture say, "A gift destroy the heart."
And if I may say, the scripture will say, the Most High set a trap and he was taken. You understand? That gift that he get, that was a trap too. You understand? Because he feels that, there is a gift that I can subdue the whole world. But at the very end, that gift will not destroy you.
Done.
You understand? Yeah.
The only Psalms 55.
Alright, this is Psalms 35. Verse 7, it says, "For without cause have they hid from me their net in a pit,
Right.
which without cause they have digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares."
Even knowing that destruction coming. Scripture says when he about to fully belly. Well,
"And let his net that he had hid catch himself."
yeah, that net we set up. That plan we set up because you guys so proud of his sword. He's so proud of his weapon, the same weapon that he orchestrated to kill the Most High children. Died for going and put a total end to it.
Yeah.
Good.
Reading on, it says, "And let his net that he had hid catch himself into that very destruction, let him fall."
Yeah. Into that very destruction. To them ICBM Right? That is what bomb for you. Your own weapon. Right?
I think it is said that when he shut off the ICBM to hit the other nation, the other nation will be sending ICBMs to him.
Exactly.
So it's simultaneously.
That is what the scripture say here in the 2nd Esdras 12 and 28. It says, for the sword of one shall devour the other, but at the last shall he fall through the sword himself. As you know, we doing destroy one another.
Understand? So it's showing that basically he saw your kingdom in one stand and your kingdom ain't have much again to go. You understand? You're on your last legs right now. You know?
Kingdom insane shit.
Yeah.
It's our old plastic kingdom. You know?
A queendom.
Right now the sun at the greatest. Nobody wants to be in outside with the sun right now. You know, and that you doing a set of fucked up things over here. You know, you basically destroying the whole earth. Scripture say when you go down, even the trees and them will give you drugs.
You'll break forth into singing.
Psalm 55 and 23.
But that is just to show you that you really is the disease at its own place. Psalm 55 and 23. Alright, this is. So where are we from 21?
Yeah,
This is Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
that is deceit.
Yeah. His words were softer than oil, yet with swords, they were drawn swords.
A betrayal.
You know, and that is why the other nations go and rise up against you. You understand? Because when you're making all these peace treaties and things with them, you is the one who doing shit and breaking them.
No.
You understand?
In the natives, they break over 200 and something
Peace treaties with them. You understand? And that is to show you how you're really subtle, like the silk one that the Bible describes it as.
It's not a man of your word. It's not to be trusted.
You understand? And that is why the scripture also say, when they say peace and safety, it's not destruction.
God.
Because you go put forth your mouth and say it's peace, you know, you understand, with a nation, and then behind now you send your people to undermine that nation. You understand? Because that is how peace does move.
God.
You know? You're sending your people to do harm. You understand? And basically making it look like it is the other nation trespass against you. But it's you doing that. You understand? That's why the scripture says is not to be trusted. I read it on, it says, I'll jump down to verse 23, it says, but thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days. But I will trust in thee.
Yeah, that's why you trust in the Most High, Yahweh Most High. Because, hey, your bow, your arrow, your sword, and your shield can protect you from. Is the Most High to be a protection? That is the Most High to be a protection. So, although you have a sword and you have a shield, and you have all these elements to protect you from the wars that you're going to fight. Hey, that is not really a protection. Protection to come from the Most High. He will see you through. You know, when Israel used to go, you can't put, you saw right when you put trust in that sword at the time, so you put trust in that. Because you know, well, that out of violence now, you get anybody to submit to, you have, different thing set up in the armory,
Yeah.
right? But that can't really save you. That's like because hey, if that can already save you, go back to Goliath. You know? David didn't have all that, nothing in the armory. He used that sword, but he was protected.
By the Most High strength. And
You understand? So Esau through the pride, he feel he's that power now. He don't need that protection. That is where he go fall.
but when the scripture says they have cast the words at the Most High behind their back.
Can the council.
Can. But they don't want to hear nothing about the Most High. You understand? But the big question is, who give you that sword? Is the Most High give that sword? You understand? And if a king have weapons in his army, he wouldn't give you the most powerful weapon in the army.
No.
You understand? So that ICBM missile that you have, he saw that feeling you is the big bad. The Most High have even greater inventions than that, which he go and use to take it on. You understand? And he go and lay a fall upon your own soul.
Most High said, the scripture said, Most High said that he set up kings and put them down. You know, he let you reign for a time. He ultimately want to go and remove it from there. He put in that step, he go and remove it from that step. You know what I'm saying?
Because there was scripture in the Apocrypha where say the lion, basically he was talking about the lion and the beast, and the lion told the beast, basically, I made you to reign in my will. You understand? And that lion was the Yahweh. You understand? So yeah, it's the Most High made you to reign in his will, but he committed to take it on.
This is Job 33 and 14. It says, for power speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon their bed, then he opened their ear, the ear of men, and sealed their instructions.
So that's showing you who is the big bad. You understand? The Most High. He basically sealed the instructions of being proud. Make you the world's most proud. Because what the scripture say, roughly paraphrasing, basically a proud man does fall very hard. You understand? And the Most High basically give you that sort of build you up to make you fall very hard. Because the scripture in the scripture talking about Pharaoh, right? When the scripture say he raised up Pharaoh to show his power. You understand? And that is the same thing with you, Esau. The Most High raising you up, or have raised you up to show his power. To show the vast power of Yahweh Shai, because it's Yahweh Shai coming to take you out of that rulership.
What Esau didn't understand is that he got a script. You know, and all of we trying to dance is basically all he trying to do he own will and end up doing what the script telling him. But that is just script. That is your part. You understand? That is your part. The Most High give a part to play.
Because the scripture also say you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. You understand? So all the way you doing that because the Most High want you to do that.
Man doing is not of their own. There's nothing on man to direct his own steps.
You understand?
Isaiah 19.
Yeah. So in no way you could be the God that you want to be. There's only one God. You understand? And in the time that we're in right now, he's about to show this world that there is only one God. You understand? Because we say, he said before time began, he was there. You understand? And that is basically like Esau. You know, a man build a house, he go there, he work hard, he do everything. And he build a house, and the next man just want to run in and rip the contracts and that. That is basically you so. You understand? Because the Most High created everything that is in existence, but you just come from where you come from and want to rule it. You understand? And you ain't even doing a good job at that. You understand? Showing that you cannot be no God. You is nothing but a mere man.
Done. Well, that is why the Most High going to pay him out of this rulership.
That's right.
You know? As the scripture we base this video of verse 12 and 28. It's basically one will fight another and you end up getting destroyed by himself by the same weapon.
Right.
You know? So our precept is Isaiah chapter 9 and chapter verse 2. 19 says that. Says, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they that fight one another against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. He says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have the spirit, and to the wizards. And that's what they're doing in this time here. Especially just on the corona, them you feeling going to the pundit and the sorcerers and all these things. But they ain't finding no answers. All they want to go by the Obia man and go by what they're telling them to do is wash their hands and stay inside, because they ain't had the answer. You know?
And that is why, just to bring in, that is why basically they will be hunting the prophets soon to come. Because they will realize that the prophets are the Most High have the answer. You understand?
So they're looking for. Hence the scripture said that we because the God, the King,
and look up. You understand? Yeah. This is the Most High movie. The Most High movie. And all a man could do is but play the part.
done.
You understand? And your part is to basically act like if you is that God now. You understand? But the Most High just making you stubborn. You understand?
People go he telling himself he doing his own thing. But it's the Most High telling that spirit telling him night when he's in a deep sleep. You understand? To go and act that stupid role.
But that is the way one of the burden that is getting Most High is the world's greatest puppet master. You understand? That is the Most High for you. Because look at what this movie happened that with the blue people, right? And Esau went and saw a beautiful world and basically just started to destroy it just so. You understand? And that's showing you that basically your words really softer than butter but war in your heart. You understand? Everything you put your hand to is war, is violence.
The scripture says the soul that is lifted up in him is not upright.
God, that is Habakkuk.
Done.
You understand? He is a proud man. You understand? And that is why you have to be taken out of rulership. You understand? And when they check it out too, it's a great shame and the Most High about to fill your face with shame too. Because how you will feel to know you wielding a great sword and then end up falling on it and killing yourself on that sword. That is a great shame too. You understand? And the Most High will not bring shame in your face.
Done.
Yeah.
Says scripture says you will not enjoy the goods of the land. 1 to 7. Scripture says you not going to enjoy the goods of the land. enough for you. And you go and begging for water. You're not getting no goods and all that.
But the goods of the land is for Israel. Because the world was created for Israel. You understand? Them is who rightfully supposed to enjoy the goods of the land. Reading on in Joel 2:7, it says, they shall run like mighty men.
You like the ICBM missiles.
Yeah.
That most I promise will come to your doorstep.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Yeah, the spirit of the Most High go down beyond these missiles. Come and take your pale ass.
Reading on, it says, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
Coming in accordance. You know, that's the spirit of the Most High go beyond these missiles. You know, that would be a terrible thing to see.
But the scripture say that you will put anger and fury into them missiles. You understand? There will be no escape for you.
When you go and hide in your underground bunkers and do your thing by the time, but you will get out from inside of it.
That's right.
You have to pay the bill.
Yeah.
You have an outstanding bill to pay. Yeah, well, that was basically the video to show that Esau basically going to destroy his own self.
Yeah.
You know? And with that, I'm going to say all honor, glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all honor to the apostles of great men, so not surely really well, and salutation to the brothers that pushing the truth out in sincerity and truth.
Right.
Shalom.
Shalom.